Hi everyone, welcome to my kitchen. This morning I am making the whole family a really nice breakfast, and it's inspired from my friend's Kate O'Donnell's book. She has 3 books. This is the Everyday Ayurveda Cooking for a Calm and Clear Mind. And this is, she divides it into the 3 gunas, Sattva, Rajas, and Tamas, and this is to calm Rajas, which is the quality in ourselves, but especially in our mind, of like overacting, and when our temperament tends to go towards like anger and jealousy and just in general like heat, hot emotions, irritable character. And overheating in your gut, overheating in the mind, overaction in the mind. So these are recipes that support the body to have the right amount of energy to feel stable. So we're making a buckwheat porridge that is going to be baked. You'll need buckwheat, which we're gonna blend. You'll need some sort of milk, nut or regular milk, whatever suits you. You'll need coconut oil, cardamom, baking powder, salt, vanilla extract, and I believe a little bit of water. So we're gonna get started. You want to take a 1.5 cups of buckwheat groats and grind them just a little bit. They don't need to make a powder, but if you see here, they're just opened up, so you just want to grind them a tiny bit, and we're going to add that to the bowl. This is just a 1 bowl situation, okay? And then we're going to continue on with the other dried ingredients. So we're going to take our cardamom in powder form, and we're going to put 1 teaspoon of cardamom. Okay, here's the cardamom. Then we're going to take the baking powder, and we're going to put 1 teaspoon of baking powder. Okay, sorry for the sound. Then we're going to add 1/4 teaspoon of salt. I always make a mess with salt, so let's see if this time I can do it right. Okay. All right. So I think that is what we want for the dried, and we're going to mix it up nicely so that it's evened out. So as you can see here, the buckwheat is not fully melted, or sorry, it's not fully broken up. There are still some pieces that are whole, but most of them are broken so that they can absorb the liquid part that we're about to put in. So now we're gonna do our milk, and I think, let me just double check, yeah, it's 3 cups of, I'm using oat milk, but you can use whatever milk suits your needs. So we're gonna do 3 cups. 1, 2, and I will put in the comments, and I've run out of milk, so I'm going to get another one. I'm going to put in the comments what you need in terms of ingredients, so don't worry about, if you're watching this before you got your ingredients, don't worry about missing out or not having written it down. You can just look in the description below. Okay, so there's 3 cups of that, and then we want 2 tablespoons of coconut oil, which needs to be melted, so I'm going to put that on right now. And of course I do not have a pot ready, because this is breakfast time over here and there's a lot going on. So 2 tablespoons of coconut oil. Okay, here we go. And I like to put it on low flame so that it doesn't burn if I'm doing other things in the meantime, which I tend to always do. And if you're a mommy like me, you're probably also multitasking. Okay, then we add the vanilla extract, 1 teaspoon of that. Okay, and then she adds in maple syrup as well. I'm not gonna do that necessarily just because I'm keeping my baby sugar free, so we're gonna add the maple syrup later if we feel we need some more sugar in the mix. I tend to like to, I'm pretty sugar free, so I tend to limit the sugar intake, so I'm giving it a go with my son. Plus, we're going to be putting blueberries, and there's vanilla extract, and oat milk tends to be pretty sweet, even though I get the unsweetened kind, so you're not going to be missing out on the sweetness. Okay, 1.5 cups of blueberries. I have a little less than that, but we're going to add this at the top, at the end, once the whole mix is ready. So let me check. The coconut oil is ready, so we're going to add the 2 tablespoons of coconut oil in. And let me make sure I get it all out here. Okay. This already smells delicious. Okay, let me just double check we have everything. Yep. Now we're going to combine it all, and it's going to look very liquidy. But the buckwheat is going to open up once you put it in the oven. So don't worry about it looking like it's too liquidy. So I'm going to pour it all in. What you do want to make sure though is that once it's in, you want to make sure that the buckwheat is spread out. You'll see what I mean once you put it in. You want to make sure that it's not all collected into one spot. So move it around gently. I like to go front and back and then side to side just to make sure it's evened out. You'll feel where there's parts that are a little bit more bumpy. Okay, so this is a nice recipe if you're feeling like you need to soothe your mind, you need to soothe your digestive fire. This is a great recipe for that. Okay, now we're going to heat the oven, or hopefully you've already preheated it at 350, and once it's ready, you're gonna put it in and bake it for about 40 to 45 minutes, depending on how your oven runs. You might even need to go to 50. My oven tends to take a little longer, so just suss it out. You want the consistency, I'll post a picture at the end of the video, but you want the consistency to not be totally hard, and that will naturally happen because the groats open up and absorb all the liquid, but you do want to, you want to make sure that it's not getting hard like a biscuit or something. And to ensure that, a good tip is that you actually want to do this. You want to cover, so let me show you what I have here. Right, so we're going to add it. See how the buckwheat has kind of settled evenly at the bottom of the pan? You want to check that. You can kind of get down and check it out. But you want to cover it with aluminum foil, unless you have a cover that can go in the oven, and bake it covered so that it serves as a steaming system in the oven. And then when you serve it, oh, I forgot, we're gonna add the blueberries to it. Let me just wash them real quick. And because I don't have 1.5 cups, I'm going to be cutting my my blueberries in half as I put them in. So you just put that on top, and so the blueberries kind of cook with the dish, and then they become nice and soft. You can use, I've used strawberries as well in the past, and we even tried the mango, but that was a little too sweet. You could use pear. You can really experiment with the fruit that you put on there, but this just happens to be what Kate's recipe calls for, so that's what we're doing today. Anyway, I hope that you enjoy this dish, and I always love to hear from you guys and see if you've made the recipe. You can email me a picture, or you can just drop a comment below. It's always nice to hear from the community that is virtual and out there, and it helps me to continue to post things that are useful for you guys. And if you need to reach out to me, the best way to find me is through my websites, bblorenzetti.com or birthwithbb.com. You can sign up to my newsletter through that and receive weekly updates and recipes and just yoga thoughts, inspirations from others. And I'm here for you, and I will continue to be posting weekly, so please do subscribe if you like what you're seeing, and continue to check back in. I hope you have a wonderful day, and you'll see a picture at the end of this so that you have a visual of what it looks like.